Community Foundation connects people who care with causes that matter. After Hurricane Laura, the most important cause that mattered was what? Relief and recovery. And then creating a plan so that we can be better prepared for the future. So fortunate that through this charitable donation by Moss Bluff native David Philo and his wife Angela, their $2.5 million donation to help build a sustainable and thriving Southwest Louisiana for the future. And guess what? It's paying big dividends. Here are some causes that matter and the positive impact through our partners in Just Imagine with the foundation. The first being housing. Wow. So exciting for Lake Charles and the whole region. Talk about leveraging the Philo's donations. $40 million from HUD will be invested to create a mixed income neighborhood in the core of Lake Charles with over 270 million, let me say that again, 270 million of local investment from city, parish, nonprofits, and many others. That, my folks, is a game changer for Lake Charles. We had a plan, and the foundation and its volunteers like Jim Rock, who championed this project, Nicole Miller is the volunteer board chair of the Lake Charles Housing Authority, and so many others. So that team effort, like always, is what helped us win 1 of 8 awards, and there were over 30 applicants. Think about that, 1 of 8, and this community did it with good leadership like Jim and Sarah and others. This cause, the need for affordable, resilient housing, is definitely having a positive result through the efforts of the Community Foundation and its many partners and the guidance of Just Imagine. You're going to hear me talk about Just Imagine a lot. So the next slide should show us the Bayou Greenbelt and basically our natural resources. So many citizens of all ages from around Calcasieu and Cameron parishes participated in the 12 months of idea gathering that created the Just Imagine plan. One of the things people said the most was they love our natural and cultural resources, and we need to share that more. We need to make sure more people can enjoy all of those wonderful outdoors. So the first, Mike Nodier's vision is Bayou Greenbelt, and it's taking shape. The vision of connecting waterways around the city of Lake Charles has now been studied by the Water Institute of the Gulf with positive results. Building public and private partnerships on this project is bringing 2 kayaks to Bayou Greenbelt. And I just kayaked for the first time, by the way. One in Antarctica, of all places. But one is at the Riverside Park on the Calcasieu River, and one is on the McNeese campus on Contraband Bayou. That's huge. So we have a plan with projects ready to be implemented is the key. That is a good example. So this is a funding opportunity that becomes available, whether public or private, we're ready to roll. And that's the position that we as a foundation stay in. We're planning and constantly being ready to take advantage of the opportunity knocks. What happened? That's exactly what happened for this project called a mountain bike trail project. Now the foundation is connected state dollars, here we go again, looking for other dollars, so state dollars with the Lake Area Mountain Bike Association, who are investing in a master plan for bike trails at Sam Houston State Park. These volunteers and other partners will bring that plan to reality. Again, another exciting thing that we learned from all these people who participated in Just Imagine. Again, the foundation was able to be a connector, and that's what we do and do well. We connect people and places, and between the National Park Service and the city of DeRidder. West Park was heavily damaged by Hurricane Laura, so it was time for a real plan to build back better. The Park Service engaged a Louisiana landscape architect firm and lent their expertise and community input so that now there is a plan for West Park that has already started to be implemented by the city, corporate sponsors, and volunteers. Another example of the foundation being the connector, leaders at the Louisiana State Division of the Arts were familiar with the progress here in Southwest Louisiana with the Just Imagine plan. So when they were approached by the Mellon Foundation, who wanted to provide a grant to one of the regions, us being one, that has been heavily impacted by the natural disasters, to help the arts organization to be better prepared for the future. They reached out to the Community Foundation. We partnered with Stephen Borson, director of the Imperial Calcasieu Museum, to facilitate, which he did. So, who doesn't love parks, right? I mean, I grew up at Drew Park, many of you know that, so I'm big on parks. So here's a great example, Locke Park. So we have the Locke Family Endowment, we have Families for Inclusion, and we have Partners in Parks, the Lake Charles Rebound. They came together to provide opportunities for all families, for all children of all needs and necessities. Again, that was the connection with the foundation. Also, hurricane home repairs, you'll see up there, and Beauregard fire recovery, all a part of all these different projects and being ready and prepared. On April the 11th, there's going to be a McLeod series available, and we'll hope you'll join us. This is being collaborated with Hector San Miguel Fund, which was started with the foundation when he passed away. Many of you know Hector. I certainly did, and still am close to his wife as well. Hector passed away in 2009, but what he was famous for was being an investigative reporter, like Mr. Beam, who's also here. But he was fair, and he did an excellent job, and of course we so miss him, but he was very respected in his abilities to remain professional and fair-minded, and yet make sure that the reader knew both sides of the story. So we're having a speaker come. It's an editor with the Charleston newspaper. And that newspaper supports small towns newspapers, which we're all seeing things change drastically with the media. But they provide grants for the purpose of investigative reporting. So it gives many people that opportunity that are living in smaller towns to have that as an opportunity for them. So all that to be said, I've talked about how important it is to be involved. And many of you are, some may not be, but we want to keep you engaged in what I think is the most impactful foundation anywhere near here, and that is our community foundation, of which many of you are part. We'd like you to sign up for our e-newsletter. We'd like you to follow us on social media. We're very engaged in that regard. And we want to get you to help us continue to connect people who care with causes that matter. Another thing you can do is be a member. So if you're not a member, we're asking you to join. Become a member, because that's how you impact what we do. So that would be a great thing to do. You could start a charitable fund. So that's another way, a donor advised fund. That's another thing you could do. There are many things that we would like to talk to you about. If there's anyone here today that would like to ask me or Sarah or any board member, we're here we have the little ribbons on. So we'll answer any questions that you might have in that regard. So thank you very much.